Welcome back to Ward 1 Talk. We are at the Thornhill Community Center. I'm Mike Yilbright, joined alongside Ward 1 Councillor Keith Irish. And Keith, a lot of things have happened over the past 3 months. What's new?
Well, you know, Michael, it's actually, you're right, a lot has happened over the last few months since we last talked. But I got to tell you, I think it's really fitting that we're at the Thornhill Community Center and in the Zamboni room today, because one of the topics I want to talk about is actually snow maintenance. Now, I know it's August. People are saying, are you crazy? But you know, apart from, there are really two places in Thornhill where there's snow all year round. And one is here at the Thornhill Community Center. There's a pile of it outside all year round. And one at CLATWORTHY as well, of course, for our homes. But the reason I really want to talk about snow maintenance is we're going to have a survey that's going to come out in the first week of September, early September. That's going to be a telephone survey to residents on their degree of satisfaction with our snow maintenance protocols.
A lot of people have been concerned about the water main construction on Grandview and Henderson. What's the status on that, and how has it impacted residents?
Well, it's the status is it's good. I mean, it's progressing well, progressing according to plan. Would love to be able to stand here and tell you that it's ahead of schedule, but it's not. It's on schedule, and it is moving along. And you know, I do want to say that when you consider the degree of disruption and inconvenience for everybody that's living in that area and having to put up with it week after week after week, I get very, very few phone calls from people complaining about it. Ward 1 residents are taking the long view. They know it's necessary infrastructure work, that without it we'd have some long-term problems, certainly with climate change. So we're addressing it, and it's going as reasonably well as it can under the circumstances. So I really do appreciate everybody putting up with it for as long as they have.
The Heinzman House was turned into a movie set in July. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it was. We've had 2 movie shoots already. The first one was for a Netflix show. Wow. They turned the house into an old age home in North Carolina. So it was really quite interesting. I was in and talking to the director a few weeks ago. She said the only thing she regrets is not knowing about the home sooner, because she would have liked to have held her wedding reception there. We've had another one, and we're working on a third.
That's awesome. Great to hear that. And now we're going to have Steve Tschipper, who is the president of Hockey Camps International.
All right, that's great. So we're here today with Steve Tschipper with Hockey Camps International. You know, Steve, I like to brag that I've lived in Thornhill 31 years, but I understand you've been here a little bit longer than that. How long have you lived in Thornhill?
Well, Keith, I've been here, well, my parents brought me up here. We've been here since 1963.
Wow. Okay.
My parents still live in the same house we grew up in, and my wife and I, we bought a house in the neighborhood as well, and growing our kids up here too.
That's great. And you've been running Hockey Camps International for how long?
Oh gosh. Well, I've probably personally been running about 30 years or more, 35, and started working here though when I was 17.
Okay. And then how did you come about having the business and keeping it going?
It was a town initiative to begin with, and then it kind of got let out of order, and when they decided that they didn't want to run it anymore, I was out of the country for a while, came back, and I said I'd take it over, and I said let me give me a shot with it and see what I can do, and that was at least 35 years ago.
Really? So you've been running the camp here for 35 years?
Yes.
Successfully, year after year after year. So let's talk a little bit about what qualifies you, because I understand that you played some professional hockey. You know, and I joke with a lot of people about hockey and how it's how we define ourselves as a nation. And I know that's changing. There's a lot of sports that are popular. Basketball certainly is, and cricket, and a lot of others. But tell us about your background in hockey.
Sure. No, as I said, I was a local boy. I played Thornhill. It was called Church Hockey League back then, right? Community Hockey League. And it was Thornhill Thunderbirds at the time. Played all my minor hockey here. Played junior B here, Thornhill Thunderbirds. Managed to get a scholarship to the University of Wisconsin in Madison, and had a wonderful time there. And played professional, but not in the NHL as I had hoped. But went to Europe, played in Holland, played in Germany, and that was my professional.
Well, that's great. Well, that certainly qualifies you to run the camp. full disclosure, my sons, got twin boys, they were stalwarts of your camp for about 6 seasons. I coached hockey with the Thornhill Community Hockey League for 6 years.
Yep.
They were at your camp for 6 years. And the funny thing was, you know, you plan a lot of activities for the kids during the summer. It's a long summer. Keeping them busy is important. And always the last couple of weeks they'd be at your camp. When they got back to school, I say to them, so guys, when you look back on the summer, what was the highlight? The camp. So that says a lot. So let's talk a bit about the camp.
That's awesome.
So how often does it run, and age groups and skill levels and all that kind of stuff?
Well, we run all skill levels. We run, you know, from beginners to, you know, I call them prospects, guys trying to get college scholarships, or pro or whatever, and everything in between. And in the summer is, you know, we run clinics and stuff full year, but the summer is really the basis of this program. We run camps out of Thornhill Community Center and Angus Glen, Markham Centennial. Sometimes we move around, but all the Markham rings. Base at Thornhill Community Center the most, and we're here the month of August and sometimes the last 2 weeks of July as well.
I'd like to get your views for a minute about women's hockey.
Sure.
And I know that when I coached, you know, we would accept obviously boys and girls.
Yeah.
But the girls are few and far between. But I did coach a few of them over the years. So what's your view on that? I know the league, the National League, has had some difficulty. But what's your view?
Well, it's come along. It was, as you said, you know, you'd have the odd girl on your team, and she usually was exceptional because she had to go overcome everything just to be there, and she wanted to be there so bad. So, but now, I mean, if you watch the Olympics or the skill level is increased tenfold. And they're passionate about the game, which is the most important thing. And they're good, and they've upped their game so much that it makes it more enjoyable for them as well.
Yes.
And we're seeing a lot more girls come in. We'd still like to have more girls coming in. We struggle getting all girls programs going, but we hope it's coming.
Yeah, good. All right, last question. People are wondering, how did we get our hands on the Stanley Can?
It's a little beat up today.
So tell us about this.
All right, Stanley Can. It was initiated. There was actually, we run these camps, weekly camps. It's a long week. Kids put in a lot of time, and we thought, how do we make it exciting for the end? You know, so we created a game, and you know, so we had a game of the week, and then we all sat together and made this thing up, and we nicknamed it the Stanley Can, and it became the Stanley Can game, and for 35 years now we've been running this, and the kids have a hoot, and we all play for it on Friday.
That's fantastic. So
a couple hours we'll be doing that.
If it's anything like the real one, do you have to keep it under lock and key?
Well, not really.
Look, if I may,
You're gonna have a good salad.
I'm gonna do something I've always wanted to do.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yes. Hoist it above my head.
Yep.
That's
All right,
great.
Keith.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Really appreciate you taking the time. Best of luck.
All right.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay.